Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Wednesday, September 10, 2025. And in the news this afternoon, St. Anne principals want a consultation on rural school bus system. School administrators in St. Anne are calling for consultation with the principals and improved scheduling as the rollout of the rural school bus service continues. They are also calling for adequate signage and labeling of the buses. Principal of Brownstone High, Alfred Thomas, said the first bus arrived late on Tuesday morning.
The first bus came here at about 10 minutes to 8, which meant that our students would have been late. And there were a few students in those buses. So we saw 3 buses come in within a 5-minute span, and they had fewer students than they transported yesterday. And I'm assuming the reason for that would have been the timing that they came, because the school starts at 7, so most of the students would have been here by the latest 7:30. So for a bus to be coming at 8:50, then it would not have a lot of our students on board. We need to have students transported to school safely and punctually. It can work. I think there needs to be some logistics worked out. So regarding the timing for some of the buses, because yesterday I saw a bus parked at my gate at 3:30. My afternoon shift students would have been in class at that time, so there would be no students for them to transport.
Principal of York Castle High School, Raymond Treasure, lamented that some students are not effectively benefiting from the rural school bus service, noting that some parents spend up to $15,000 per month for contracted buses. Mr. Treasure suggested that the rural school bus system, which will be free until November and cost around $2,000 per month after that, will indeed be beneficial, but students most in need of transportation should register for the government-run service.
Current arrangement is not that sustainable in the sense that a student who traveled from, say, Runaway Bay, there's no guarantee that tomorrow or the next day they'll get on the bus, because the bus probably will leave, say, Ocherous full, So the first day, yes, it probably didn't travel with many students, but I am sure by the second, the third day, more students will get involved in the process. So involve the principals and allow us to select the students who we think should travel, so that those who really need the service will benefit.
269 lives lost in road crashes so far this year, says ITA. The Island Traffic Authority is reporting that up to September 9, 2025, road fatalities climbed by 4% compared to the same period in 2024. In total, 269 lives have been lost in road crashes across Jamaica, stemming from 234 fatal collisions so far this year. During the period April to June 2025, Jamaica recorded 85 fatal crashes, resulting in 96 lives lost. The most vulnerable road users included motorcyclists, making up 24% of deaths, pedestrians 21%, private motor vehicle passengers 20%, and the private motor vehicle drivers 18%. St. Catherine 17%, Clarendon 14%, and the St. James 10%, together accounted for 41% of all fatalities during the second quarter. ITA's Director General of Road Traffic, Colonel Daniel Price, is urging all Jamaicans to make road safety a top priority. Every journey on Jamaica's roads should begin and end safely. Whether you are driving, riding a bicycle, or walking, your actions matter. Drive with care, ride with caution, and walk with awareness. When we choose safety each day, we choose life, he emphasized. Vandals cause water disruption in St. Elizabeth communities. Water supply has been disrupted for some National Water Commission customers in St. Elizabeth following an act of vandalism and electricity theft at the Newton facility. The NWC says the illegal activity resulted in significant damage to the electrical equipment that powers pumping operations, forcing a complete halt to the system. Water distribution has been affected to customers in Newton, Coke, Barton, Horton, and Red Hills, as well as surrounding areas. The matter has been reported to the police for investigation. The NWC is reminding that attempts to tamper with or connect to the company's transmission wires or other facilities are both dangerous and unlawful. The company says every effort is being made to restore normal operations as quickly and safely as possible. Acts of vandalism or suspicious activity can be reported to the police or the NWC Customer Care Center at 888-225-5692. Cattle farmer concerned animals are being stolen despite air tags. A Manchester cattle farmer is raising concern that thieves are finding ways around the National Animal Identification and the traceability system by slaughtering animals at the theft site. Jeff Lawman told the news that 4 of his cows were butchered early Saturday morning and the meat stolen. He said 5 other animals were chopped by the thieves but managed to escape. Mr. Lawman noted that his cattle all carry air tags, which are designed to track animals if stolen and serve as proof of ownership along with their passports.
They removed the tag from the ear to travel with the meat, that when the police officer saw them with it now, they can try to tell the police officer with that these cows belong to them and them slaughter it and they have the tag, but they do not have the passport for this animal because I have it. And that is the reason why I would advise for everyone in Jamaica who has a cow or a cow calf, it doesn't matter, just get rather to come and tag these cows, please. They remove the belly and the head and all of that and put it on the side of the road. I would advise these local supermarkets in the parish of Manchester and the other rest of 13 parishes not to buy no meat from butchers, because it is not a regular man that deal with these cows. It is a butcher, and it is well done professionally.
He is calling for greater assistance from the authorities, as he said the practice is becoming more widespread. The JCF established the Agricultural Protection Branch in June to strengthen efforts to fight predial larceny. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police Oral Pasco, who heads the Agricultural Protection Branch, said the police are aware that animals are being butchered at the theft site and have stepped up enforcement, including vehicle spot checks in response. He explained that cattle thieves can be charged with several offenses, and the people found traveling with carcasses will be required to prove ownership by presenting animal tags, passports, and official agricultural produce receipts.
If you slaughter the animal without a butcher's license, it is against the Public Health Act, butcher's regulation, so that's an offense. And of course, if the meat is for public consumption, the same regulations, there's an inspection regulations, and under the same act, the Public Health Act, for the meat to be stamped and certified fit for human consumption. We are on the road and we are policing the road. So if we see the carcass and persons will stop a vehicle and reasonable suspicion will stop a vehicle and it contains the carcass, if it's not stamped, we know instantly that's an offense under the meat inspection regulation.
Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.